Hey again. It's Keith, the designer of Manors at Tealwoods Manor, and I'm still building the Kickstarter page. And I'm recording a lot of it so that you can see a lot of the process that's coming together and what's going on and the different things that we decided to put into it and the kind of process that it comes to take to build this whole thing. Because Kickstarter is kind of scary. There's a lot of parts that go into it, and it's a lot of work. And it's hard if you don't really know what you're doing. So I'm trying to make the process really transparent so a lot of people can learn from what I'm going through, and what I kind of do is my day-to-day stuff as part of the job, I guess. This is part 3 of the video series, so you can go and find the other 2 parts on the channel as well that are different segments of the page, but this one in particular is the media links section. This is one that I've done in the past, which encourages backers and potential backers to follow your different social media accounts, to connect with you, start a discourse or follow along, especially if they're not like backing straight away. They're like, oh, I might just follow on Twitter for a little while and see what happens, see if there's any big announcements or whatever. Or it's also a way for them to go through and have a look at your socials and get a sense for your back catalog, or have a look at what other kind of stuff that you've done, as another way to like help build backer trust. Like they see that you're a person that's existed for more than 5 minutes. Like it's not a blank account. You've done around, you've done things, you've had other, maybe projects funded, other things happen. And we've done something similar previously for Spaceship Readout. This is a really shiny, really shiny thing. But as I'm working with the quest suppliers and Ludius Games, so I'm going to show you what we had. How well you can see that. Here we go. Big connect with us, and what you can see here is a big long list of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Board Game Geek with the old logo, and it allows you to follow along which spot in particular you're looking for. And that's kind of what we're going to be building here. This one's done really nicely. I really like how this is laid out, because there's 4 different sections based on what you're looking at. So you've got ones that are specific to the game, which includes a Board Game Geek. You've got specific to which publisher, because that we're co-publishing. And Quest Supply is the store that it will be primarily sold through. So that's kind of the plan. But with Kickstarter, additionally, you have embed links. So we'll be adding the links to it. So when you click on it, it goes directly to it. It's not a physical look. We'll slick over to Photoshop. So if I am correct, Kickstarter page has a width of about 650. So a lot of times the stuff that I build is a banner that looks like this. And then what we want to do is we want to get maybe let's start with Facebook. I'm just going to rip a Facebook logo off of Google. Like this. Okay, thank God it's not a WebP. Alright, bam. Here's a Facebook logo. And I just pull it down a little bit. Okay. So we have some options here for what we want to do for the background. If you leave it just white, then it will blend in with the regular background and it won't really look like a button. It'll just look like a list people won't know to click on it necessarily, which I think I'm going to try and avoid. What I might do is try and make like a false background to make it feel clickable. So like this, right? And we'll fill that white, but then we'll drop shadow this so it still feels like it has the white background, but it leaps off the page a little bit. I need to adjust that. So this kind of works, right? I personally have a dark mode extension, so this would just look like a white box on the dark mode thing, but also the Facebook logo is probably huge for how big the text is going to be. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. It doesn't really need to be that big. I can probably make this whole thing a bit shorter. It's more like this. Nice. And then, unless if we want to have a big gap at the top, probably want to crop some of that extra stuff out. Okay, so first Facebook page, I'm just going to be using the list from the Spaceship Readout rulebook so I don't miss anything. The first section should be the game stuff. So we have the Manor at Tealwoods Manor Facebook page. Alright. Which is somewhere. I have it saved in shortcuts. You don't really need to see this. Okay. So, this doesn't have it's white. Excellent. Super good. Facebook.com/. It's probably not. I think just like slash is fine, right? That's what we did. That's what we did for the other one. So, Tealwoods Manor board game with this capitalization specifically, and it's going to fit on there like this. That doesn't look too bad. I can't type too good. I guess this is fine. Go ahead and save this. I have a folder here which is Kickstarter assets that I put everything in. And we're just gonna make this Tealwoods Facebook page. It's particularly matter. And save. So that's the first one. That's the Tealwoods board game link. Next is my Facebook page, which is going to be the same as the Spaceship Readout one, and it's just /Cutlass board game. I'm literally reading off the thing, even though I should know this. Especially because like sometimes I do Cutlass board games, sometimes I do Cutlass board games, depending on my assessment of my own ability. So this is fine. Putting in mostly nonsense as a title, but that's the CBG, Cutlass Board Games, Facebook page, FBPG. Next up is Luteus Games. So Luteus is my co-publisher, an Australian-based part of the Quest Suppliers that is interested in Australian indie games, which is really good, because that's me. Just making sure I spelled that correctly. Awesome. Save as Luteus Games Facebook page. We'll save this as a PNG. And then the Quest Suppliers is just /Quest Suppliers. Awesome. Save as the Quest Suppliers. PNG. Alright. So far so good. Next we want the Board Game Geek logo. Kind of a meme. So maybe this. Can I save this? It's a PNG. Wow. Normally I was just like WebP constantly, and I just can't use that. This looks like it's a bit low res. Let's move it into place and then fit on actual pixels. It looks fine. Just because I'm zoomed in, it loses a little bit of its resolution. Now this I do actually need to find the URL for. Oh, spectacular. It's here. It has a very spectacular URL. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a way to suggest a better URL, I think, because the Spaceship Readout one Oh. Also, I dropped the rulebook on the floor. Oh my god. Because it just says Spaceship Dash readout here. Which I guess is sort of correct. I wonder if I just go / spaceship readout, not found. So I'm gonna have to put in this horrible thing, right? Board game 37820 murders Tealwoods Manor. Just kind of a meme. It's kind of ridiculous. We can maybe get 35. No, 32. Okay. That's really ungracious. Really unsexy. But whatever. If we hate it, we can remove it. Manors at Tealwoods Manor, BGG page. Okay, so next is Twitter. Let's get a Twitter logo of Google. I like the circle because the circle is really easy to put in things rather than just the bird. It makes it more obvious it's a logo, I think. Alright, I'll put this over here. Doesn't look so bad. And then we've got, see now here's where things get interesting. Cutlass board game, too many characters. So on Twitter, I'm just at Cutlass game. Just at Cutlass game. So I'm going to save this CBG Twitter page. PNG. We've then got Ludius Games, which is like this. Save as Ludius Games Twitter page. The reason why I'm making sure that each of these is like a unique code, so they don't actually save over stuff. But most of them I'm pretty sure are going to be pretty unique. So this one is just Quest Suppliers. Yep, that's correct. Double, triple checking everything because this is really important. Quest Suppliers Twitter page. Okay, that's Twitter. And then we have Instagram. My Instagram has been somewhat neglected over time. Unfortunately. Okay, can I just save this as it is? Yes, I can. It's a PNG. Getting really lucky with these PNG logos. So we've got Instagram. A bit more like this. On Instagram. Well, I can just save this on without having to change the text actually because it's the same. They have really good keyword unison. They just have Quest Supplies for every username. I unfortunately do not. We are looking at Instagram page. Mine is at Cutlass board game. Yeah. Wait, what? I accidentally saved the Quest Supplies when I was the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, I did. God damn it. Alright, well. Whatever. As long as it doesn't overlap. I'm going to be doing it by look instead of by file name look anyway, but still. Let me need a Ludius Games one. I was so good. I was so good with my file names. Ludius Games, Instagram page. PNG. Save. Okay, and I put a list of stuff that I wanted to put in there on my Kickstarter page. I'll show you quickly here. This is what I do, right? I write everything out in text and then I come back and replace it with pictures. So my entire page is just basically templating. It's got everything that I need to put in there eventually and replace it with the actual images. So next I want to get a YouTube logo. So that's where you're watching this on. Okay, get rid of this, bring this over here. Now I have to figure out what my URL is. Because I'm gonna have to move the alignment over a little bit, which is gonna hurt readability a little bit. Maybe I just bring it back and I just make the logo smaller. It's really wide. Because I don't really want to move the margin. What's my YouTube URL? I think it's in customize channel, because the actual URL that comes up when I click on it and what the URL that I've got set to. Yeah, so custom URL. You have a channel URL and you have a custom URL. And the custom URL looks like this. Let me make that slightly smaller. Okay. So that's the YouTube done. So that's, I've already cleared off everything from the Spaceship Readout rulebook. I also have just at Cutlass Board Games on YouTube. Which I think is slightly different. If you type in the link, it'll take you to the right thing. And then the last one I want is the Discord. And I've got a fan Discord that has a section for the murders at Tealwoods Manor. That's not what I want to do. I want to create an invite. Edit invite link. Expire never. Max number of users, no one. Copy. Okay. And then we're going to need to find a Discord logo. But that kind of works. Discord logo. That is really, oh wow. It looked really low resolution, but I was mistaken. Bring this over here. I'm gonna trim you smaller a little bit, and then get rid of that. Probably actually can make it a little bit bigger. Maybe like this. Okay, disco. All right. So well, time to put it all in, right? So what I'm going to do is at Tealwoods Manor. I'm going to subtitle everything. Make rid of space. So we can go and get the Facebook page one, which is this one. I need to put the click-through URL in here. click-through URL. And then the BGG page. So we insert this here. That's the click-through URL. And then Cutlass board games. So it just looks like a white box right now because you can't see the drop shadow because I have duck mode on. But when duck mode is not on, it would just look like it's a floating box above everything. So Cutlass board games Facebook. This one. So we're going to close this. We're going to. I really don't want to type it out. I just want to grab the URL. Okay, so Cutlass board games Facebook page, and then probably my Twitter. CWG Twitter. Okay. Do this. Instagram. No. Clicked on the wrong thing. And this one. Yeah. Okay. Insert this. No, that's the Quest Supplies one. I've named incorrectly. Whoops. Whoopsies. I want the Cutlass board games one. I was literally like, I won't make this mistake. Jokes. Jokes, I will. Okay, so we've got my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. I'm gonna put in YouTube. This one. But I'm not going to put in that fancy shortened link. I'm going to put in the the actual channel source link. Okay, that's YouTube, and then the Discord server. That's really awkward. Because I might have to just generate a new invite link if I didn't save it in my clipboard. Oops. Whoops. Generate a new link. Well, in theory, typing it out or clicking on the button will get you to the Discord. Whoops. Oh, it's the same. Nice. Very, very fortunate. So I might actually do a header like this, maybe, with the logo. But for now, this is what the different sections look like. Board Game Geek page we got. So we can delete this. We got the Discord server. So now we're gonna have. We're gonna go Ludius Games. So I'm going to start with Ludius Games Facebook because I have that handy. Actually, let's try this. I just like spelled it wrong this whole time. No, that's weird. Okay. Weird. The Instagram page is not available for some reason. Okay, we'll leave that for now. I'll figure out what I've done wrong there. And we'll do the Twitter. Which I can't seem to find a link for either. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but that's okay. We'll then do the quest suppliers. So quest suppliers, Facebook. We got this one already. I have the Ludius Games Facebook page. I can't seem to find the other ones. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Quest suppliers. So, like this. So, quest suppliers, Facebook. Then let's go to Instagram. It's literally just a series of me Googling stuff that I should have links on hand for, but. Quest suppliers. Yep. Just making sure, rather than just typing in the URL, I'm like making sure every single time that it works. I've got the wrong picture, didn't I? Didn't I just click on the wrong thing? I do not want to try again. I clicked cancel because I want this. Oops. Okay, and then Twitter, which I have handy. Okay. What's this else? Was there something else? Is there another quest things I've missed? I don't think so. Did I get the Instagram one? I think I did. Alright. Hello, I'm trying to highlight these things, please. Please. So now we've got our big sections. Let's make some little titly bits. So we're gonna go back into Photoshop. Let's put this aside for now. Let's go back into Photoshop. Let's just get rid of this. It's got to be bigger. So starting with Manor's at Tealwoods Manor, we will just make like a... That is the first time that has ever happened to me. What? Why did it come in so random? I want to do something like this. That's not quite the box art. And just kind of highlights the logo. Maybe I'll just cover him. Why not? And this can be a JPEG. That's fine. And then so next we want a Cutlass one. So we need the Cutlass logo and a nice Cutlass background, which is usually Taylor on the masts, which is this. That it came out really small for some reason. So I might put the logo over to one side. So Cutlass banner. We then want Ludius Games. Now I have those logos. Actually, I think they're in. I'm trying to remember where I've put them. Here's the Ludius one, but I don't have Quest Suppliers logo on hand. That is okay. Let's see if they've got like a banner or something. No, they've just got a spaceship readout thing up at the moment. So what we might do then is grab this, just put this here, and then we will make the background black. Ludius banner. This is all stuff that might change later, but this is like what it's going to look like for now. And then I need a Quest Suppliers logo. I don't think I have a Quest Suppliers logo. Oh, huge. Google actually delivers. So get rid of this. We're going to... It's a WebP. Sort of hate you. I was excited for a second, and then you ruined it. So we're going to have to make this thing way smaller than it is. Okay, getting closer. I'm gonna try and fit everything in there. Like this, sorta. Let's make it a little bit smaller and then we'll stretch to fit once we've cut it out. Crop. Can I just get rid of this nasty grey? I can. That turned out okay. Stretches out a little bit. There's a little bit of grey that's persisted on this. Probably fine. Probably fine. And what we want to do, black background maybe? Yeah. That's a little messy. But I think this is okay. I think this is okay for now. Quest banner. And we can change that later if we don't like it. And then now, let's come back here. Okay, now can I just, why can I never highlight anything apparently? I'm going to put our Tealwoods banner, which is here. It doesn't need a click-through link. So we go media links for this category, and then this category. Let's make this section look nice and readable, I think. Okay, so for the game, Facebook page for the game, Board Game Geek page for the game, for the Cutlass, all of the socials for Cutlass, including the Discord, Ludius Games, our co-publisher, we get the Ludius banner. Okay, yeah, and then Ludius Games is part of the Quest Suppliers, so that's all here too. Quest Suppliers. upload that. So that is currently what the section looks like. Save. I don't know how to turn off my dark mode in a hurry, so I'm not going to do that and show it all to you, but this is kind of how it looks like. Nice breakdown of each individual participant and their things. What I might go and do later on is add the artists as well as the bottom. So I might just add a little question mark for that here for me to do later. I don't want to do this. It's already kind of a long video, but this is kind of just one nice little looking section, because making your socials super available makes you accountable, because people can get in touch with you and see what you're doing. So I think that is important. I think I've made this look okay. It might change a little bit. Maybe the little banners are going to get changed a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'm happy to hear what you think. What do you think? Do you think this looks good? Does this work for you? Do you have stuff that you think you would change? I'm not a Photoshop expert. I'm just okay at it, honestly. But yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. If you're interested in the Kickstarter, I'm going to have a link to the mailing list in the description. Go and check that out. Hop on board. We're kickstarting May 14th is our current date, which is exciting. And you know, I've got a whole bunch of other videos on this channel. Like I said, this is part 3 of a series of me going through and building the Kickstarter page, so that you can go and have a look at everything that comes together for it. And I guess that's kind of it. Stick around if you want to see more parts of the page being built, because hopefully there's people out there that are looking to Kickstarter their first game and are looking for help, and this is helpful. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And hopefully we'll see you in part 4.